You're way too big of a streamer for bounties. Advertisers can't afford your view count. XC hasn't been offered a bounty since he was more than a 10K Andy. I know, but back when he was a 10K Andy, I never got bounties. I remember because I was like a fucking 5K Andy and Misgiv and XUC were getting bounties, but I never was. Part of the reason why I never was is because I was seen, and I know for a fact, by the Twitch marketing team internally as more of a brand risk than they were. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because in the eyes of corporate America, someone who is regularly talking about politics, especially from my perspective, is always going to be seen as more of a brand risk and not a marketable entity than someone who's saying edgy shit, okay? But, of course, explain that to a fucking 14-year-old and their brain will explode. They're like, what do you mean? This very same dynamic actually plays itself out with the same level of coverage that Marjorie Taylor Greene gets from 60 Minutes versus someone like Bernie Sanders. Mainstream media oftentimes is infinitely more contentious to someone like Bernie, who has never done anything wrong or anything that's like truly out of pocket, but they cover it like he's fucking an insane person who wants to like literally round up people and execute them on the streets. Remember when Bernie was running for president, that's what MSNBC primetime news broadcaster was literally saying. Chris Matthews, he said that, yeah. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene is fucking going on 60 Minutes and saying all Democrats are pedophiles, and then Leslie Stahl just goes, moving on. So let's be real. The new right isn't as interested in maintaining corporate power as they are returning to the status quo, which coincidentally helps corporate power, hence why the corporate world supports them. Yeah, I mean, it's always like you can go to the right on social issues as long as you don't pass the fucking Nazi boundary. And even then you can kind of come back from it. I mean, you know, there are people who have done that and still come back from it. Like social values, left wing, you can go as left wing as you want, okay? I do. That's obviously not in any way, shape, or form attacking pre-existing hierarchies unless I literally talk about like emancipation through violent means, in which case people will absolutely fucking lose their shit over that. Like if I were to say the only way to combat the structural violence of poverty is by, you know, fucking arming yourselves or whatever the fuck, like then that would be considered violent rhetoric, okay? But if I don't touch on that and simply talk about, you know, social issues and how I defend it and how I believe in them or whatever, then that's fine. But economic principles and advocacy for unionization and things like that are considered way less brand friendly than social conservatism. La 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 la, no